everybody. I'm here
Good
with
morning.
Miss Tanya coming in from Alaska. Alaska, girl.
Woohoo.
So if
Yes.
I don't know if it's blurry for you guys, but it's a little bit blurry for me just because she's coming in from basically another country, is what it feels like. Because Alaska is just this
Feels
beautiful
like
part of
it,
the
right?
US nobody gets to, right? I'm so excited for you. I am
Right.
loving your pictures. If you guys have
Oh,
never
good.
been to Alaska and want to experience it through the lens of a photographer, please follow Tanya because her videos and pictures are incredible. They're incredible. They're
Well,
incredible.
thank you. There's the what I'm seeing is incredible. And I'm trying to kind of tell a story of each day that we're here through taking photos. And it's
Yeah.
been yesterday was amazing. We saw a glacier and it was incredible. And then a waterfall. And then we went on a
Hmm.
Segway tour through an alpine meadow, and it was unbelievable.
Oh my gosh.
And
Wow.
so today we're in Skagway and we're going on a train ride up the mountain. I think it's 2 hours up and 2 hours back. We're going to see amazing views. So we'll be
Oh, it's going to be
inside today,
amazing.
which
Oh
should be
my
nice.
gosh.
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
my gosh.
So, what did you think of this chapter? What emotionally strong people do not do?
All right. I'm going to just be straightforward because that's what social
Okay.
media is for, right? To just throw it all out
That's
there.
right.
This
That's
chapter
right.
annoyed me. It made me so annoyed. It made me frustrated. I read it more than once and I was making notes because, okay, so this chapter is basically common sense, right? Things
True.
that you should
True.
not
But
be doing, things that you should not be doing, things
mhm,
that you easily should
right.
be doing in your life. And I started reading through these and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yes, it
Number
seems like
four
common
is,
sense. However,
yeah,
oh, go
number
ahead.
four starts with they do not compare themselves to other people. So then I got frustrated with myself by the time I got to number four because I'm like,
Mhm.
here I am reading this and I'm thinking about the people in my life that can't follow these rules and how it
Mhm.
frustrates me to no end. It frustrates me to
Yes.
no end because to me, it's like the common courtesy of being a good human is not hard.
Mhm.
And
I
I
agree.
feel like we don't get that a lot as much as we should.
Does
We
that
don't
go
get
back
the
to our biases from last week?
probably, probably, yeah. So I
We
guess
think
let's
other
dive.
people should know these
Yes,
things.
we think everybody should have been raised just like us. And so when I read, yeah, so when I read number four, I was like, yeah. Oh, this hits me hard. It hits me so hard. Because, yeah, I do wish we lived in a society
Mhm.
of people exactly like me. And I assume you feel the same, and everybody on this planet feels the same. If
Yes.
everybody just walked, talked, and did everything like me, wouldn't it be a perfect world? But those are the biases we hold that we wish everybody
Right.
thought just like us and could do the same thing. So let's dive into it. What hit you first in this
Okay.
chapter?
Well, I agree with you that I mean, I don't think we should all think exactly the same, but I guess
Well,
I'm
that
a
would be
real rule
boring.
follower. Yes,
That
that
would
would
be
be boring, but I'm
boring.
a
I
I'm
get
a rule
that.
follower. I'm a be a decent person follower. Like, here's an example. The other day I was standing out on the deck of this huge ship, and a few balconies down, this guy spit over the edge of the ship, and we're on one of the top floors. If you look down, there's other people underneath him.
Oh
Like,
gosh,
why would you
yuck.
spit off the edge of the ship? That kind
Like,
of
what's
thing
wrong
just
with you?
blows my mind. Yes. Why would you do that? Why do you not think before you? So, yeah, that annoys me. It annoys me when somebody's driving in the left lane and they're not passing anyone.
And they're
Everybody
driving
should know
slower
that's
than
the
every
passing
other
lane.
lane. I know. And they're the slowest lane,
Yes.
all being held up by one
Yes.
car.
So, those kind of
I know.
things just,
Yeah.
frustrate me. And
Oh
everybody
my
should
goodness.
know the rules and follow them.
And nobody does.
Oh,
And nobody does.
okay.
And then
So,
there's
on,
us
I
judging
liked,
people for not following the rules. See, and that's the problem. We're the problem. We're
exactly.
part of the problem, Tanya.
We're the
But
problem,
I
right?
know.
Okay, so
It's all
number
good.
4 says they do not project meaning onto everything they see. Particularly, they do not assume that everything they see or hear has something to do with them. And this reminded me of the
Yeah.
saying, it's not about you. So, if
Yeah.
someone's just not being very nice, maybe they're having a bad day. If somebody's speeding down the road, maybe they're trying to get to the hospital, to somebody's bedside. So it's not about us. We can't personalize everything that happens in our environment and in our life. That's a
So
good rule to live by.
number four was a big one for me, but I took something different from it from you, and that's what I love
Oh,
about both of our
yes.
personalities is because we kind of hit it from every
Yes.
side, if I feel like.
Right.
So the second part of it resonated with me, where it says they do not compare themselves to other people. Oh, okay. Comparison is an evil one, right? It's a tough one. It's a
Yes.
really dark one.
Yes.
Simply
It's the thief
because
of joy.
yes, it is. And it says simply
Hmm.
because the idea that other people exist in comparison to yourself is mindless at best, saying I'm dumb for
Hmm.
comparing myself for other people,
Hmm.
is what she's saying nicely and
Hmm.
politely. You're dumb for
Hmm.
comparing yourself to other people. And then she says, and selfish at worst. Now, I had to
At
sit and
worst.
ponder
Right.
on that for a minute because I was like, I never really thought of that before. That it's
Hmm.
honestly selfish of me to compare myself to someone else. And so often I sit and I think, oh, I wish I could do it just like that. Why am I not? Why can I not? And I compare myself to this person or to that person
Hmm.
and wishing I was able to do it the way they do it. And to hear this say, selfish. It's selfish of you to think that you should compare yourself to someone else. And for me, that knocked
Right.
me down a little bit.
Right.
That made me think, you know what?
Hmm.
I like that. I like that harsh spank on the wrist that says, no, stop comparing
Right.
yourself. Instead of, I've told myself over the year, oh, it's just dumb to compare yourself to somebody else. That's silly. That's
Hmm.
dumb. Don't do that. And it's
Right.
never really worked. I'm doing it anyway. But for someone to say, hey, no, like Jen, this is not what we
Right.
do. You're being selfish.
Right.
Think about it like
Why
that
does it
way.
come
And
so naturally?
yeah,
It comes so naturally. And I think
it
part of that
does.
is all the social media and all the
Yes.
things in our lives now that we
Yes.
have to
Yes.
compare to. But I
Yes.
do think it's very natural for people to compare themselves. And it
Oh,
can be
absolutely.
good too, because it gives you something to strive for. If you see something in another person that you would like to be more like, so maybe you're kinder, maybe you're more helpful, and you realize in comparing yourself to them that you're not. So that gives you something to work on,
Yes. It all
right?
depends on if the comparison is growing you or slowing you.
Yes. Ooh, I like that.
But
That
that's
is
been
really
a
good.
but that's been a problem for me in the past is the comparison being the thief
Hmm.
of joy and slowing me
Right.
down and stopping me in my tracks and saying, ah, the
Hmm.
perfectionism is the problem. I see
Hmm.
someone and I'm
Hmm.
like, why can't I do it exactly the same? Why am I not getting the same? You just see what I mean? Number four, man. I was stuck forever
That's a good
on that,
one.
Tanya. I was
That is a
stuck.
good one.
Anything else
Oh
from that
goodness.
first
Okay, number
page?
5. Um, well, again, a basic number 3, validate your feelings by acknowledging them. I feel sad, I feel happy, that's something I did not grow up with. Even
Yeah.
being able to identify my feelings, let alone validate them. So, I've learned so much and come so far. Um, so I liked that one. I mean, I resonated with that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And they don't say that someone shouldn't feel a particular way if they
Oh
do.
my gosh,
So
that is something that drives me batty.
yes, yes.
When someone says something and it upsets you,
Mhm,
and their response is,
mhm.
well, you shouldn't feel upset.
Exactly,
That's not what I
exactly.
meant. What? uh, validate other
What you
people's
said.
emotions. Like
Right.
you shouldn't have done this. You should do this. Other people telling other people how they should feel, what they should do. Oh my gosh.
drives you
Oh,
nuts.
Tanya, this was all a tough chapter for me. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Let me tell
What
you.
was your next big one? What
Number
was your next big
6,
one?
they do not avoid
Yes, mine
pain,
too.
even if they're afraid of it.
Hmm.
And this one I really, really love because they recognize that the discomfort is avoiding the pain,
Yes.
not the pain
Hmm.
itself.
Hmm.
So, this is where I want to talk health. Okay. So,
Hmm.
does it hurt to get healthy? Does it hurt to eat good food? Does it hurt to lose weight? Does it hurt to put good things in your life and good
No.
food in your life and exercise in your life? No. What hurts is the discomfort of doing something different. Of, oh, I'm going to
Hmm.
have to cook my meal instead of just driving through McDonald's. Oh, I have to drink water instead of coffee, but I'm so used to the sugar and I don't know if I really want to break the addiction. There's
Hmm.
discomfort in doing something
Yes.
different, even though your brain knows you need to do it. Your brain
Hmm.
knows you need to do it.
Exactly.
It's just
It
flipping
is
that
very
switch.
hard. Right. Just flip the switch and make the decision. And I feel
Yeah,
like you have to be in enough pain and discomfort to decide that.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Okay, what's next for you?
So, um, number 7, they do not seek out other people's flaws in an effort to diminish their strengths. They do not respond to someone's successes with observations about their failures. So, putting others down to feel better about yourself.
Yeah,
They don't do that.
it's,
Strong, emotionally intelligent people don't do that.
yes,
Um, and there's so much people watching at the airport that, and I feel like this is a natural thing as well. Just, I mean, I guess not putting them down, just observing how people
yeah.
act. And the airport is
And
a
you're
funny
always going to
place to
have,
do that.
yeah, when you're always going to have that inner
Yes.
dialogue of thoughts that come up where you're
Yeah.
just like, oh my goodness, and this and that. And it's one thing to have that inner dialogue with
Right.
yourself and be like, oh my gosh, and be judging someone internally and to be judging them
Hmm.
externally and making it a
Right.
conversation piece. It's a different thing. But yeah, we all have
Hmm.
just a touch of some of
Hmm.
these flaws. And then there's some people who live their
Absolutely.
entire life by it.
Yes.
And
Yes.
hence the
There
problem.
are.
If you live every day to just
Right.
find the flaws in everyone, to complain, to avoid the pain, and just complain about it. So that's number 8. They don't complain too much. Okay, we all complain once in a while, right? Come on.
Right. Right.
But the people who
Right.
live on someone needing to validate their pain, to constantly complain 24/7, and I never thought about that before. You meet these people who just complain from the minute they get up in the morning to the minute
Hmm.
they go to bed at night, and you're like, what happened to you in your life that you're this unhappy with everything in the world,
Right.
right? But they're really
They
looking
want to
for
be the
validation.
victim in their life.
Yeah, they're looking for
Yes.
validation.
Yes. Right.
And I
And
love that
sometimes
she
they're just
says,
stuck in victimhood.
yeah, and I love that she says it's not a real problem, it's a form of affirmation. If it's not a real problem, like it's not, if they're just complaining to complain and it's not an actual issue in their lives, okay,
Hmm.
they're either
Hmm.
seeking validation or they're seeking a form of affirmation. They're wanting someone to say it's going to be okay. They want
Hmm.
someone to find a
Hmm.
way to flip it from negative to positive and give them the affirmations to keep them
Hmm.
going. Either way, I'm going to use the word selfish because that's the
That's
word we
true.
picked up on the last
Yes.
page, and it resonates with to me through this entire chapter. Oh my goodness. All
Do we
right.
all in our life who say,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
do?
Oh yeah, we all
And
do.
such a, it's such a,
You cut out for a second there. So Tanya is on a cruise ship in Alaska, so if we don't have great reception, we might just lose her for a minute there. Yeah, you're back now. Okay. Yep. C's.
It's
At
okay.
C's. Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
see. Yes. Um, so on to number 9. They do not filter out certain aspects of an experience to catastrophize it. I love that word catastrophize because sometimes, you know, people can really get spiraling in that mode of catastrophizing. So people who can jump from A to Z and think up only the worst case scenarios usually do not have the confidence that they need, that they can take care of
Hmm.
themselves if something
Yes.
unexpected were to happen. So they prepare for the worst and they rob themselves of the best in the process. So like what's right in front of your face, you don't even see it because you're so busy catastrophizing your life.
Yes.
And
I
I
know.
think we all have
It's
someone in our
crazy.
life like that as well.
I know people who usually use, like, who actually use the phrase, always plan for the worst. My goodness, why?
Oh,
Why live in
gosh,
that
that's
state 24/7?
exactly. Yeah,
That's some
there's a lot of
serious
work there.
trauma.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. It's
Yes, it is.
finding
Yeah.
the catastrophe, finding the worst case scenario in every single thing is just, and we can relate that to health as well. How many
Right.
people have we met who's like, well, this isn't going to work. This isn't going to do anything. It's just like every other thing I've ever done. Nothing ever works for me. And you just don't understand. And they literally, they're looking for you to validate them. They're looking for you to
Hmm.
give them affirmations. And they're looking for you to prove without a reasonable doubt that you can save them from themselves. Sometimes what we do is more mental health than physical, honestly.
I completely agree. And think about a hairstylist. Like my sister's a hairstylist. She's
Yeah.
hairstylist and therapist
Oh,
to her
yeah.
clients,
And
because
bartenders are as well. Think about all the different,
yes,
like how many people in their
true,
lives are
true.
more counselors than they are what they actually do. It's crazy. This world
It's
is,
mind boggling. It is.
I know,
It's
it's
crazy.
a wild
But if
place.
you know what, if you get out of your home area and you go on a trip, it really does some good for your soul if you can do
Oh,
it.
yes.
So,
Yes. Gets you out of your box. It gets you out of your
yes.
comfort. It gets you out of your, it gives you a break, a literal vacation from your worries and your stress and, you know,
Mhm.
from thinking about bills and thinking about work and thinking about
Right.
life, and you take off those extra stressors and it really does completely change, opens up your
Mhm.
eyes and your
Mhm.
brain to no
Mhm.
longer seek
Exactly.
affirmations or catastrophes, but to see the best
Right. Right.
in every day. Yeah, that's what I love about traveling as well. Oh, and then number 10 is just like the first page. They should not keep a list of things people should or shouldn't do. Okay, everybody knows right from wrong, right?
This one I get
No,
caught up
I
on.
wish. I
No. No,
wish.
they don't.
Okay, but we know that there's supposed to be right and wrongs and all those things. But here's the thing
Yes.
is, there's no universal code of conduct for anyone.
Right.
That's the truth. The people, there's no law that you can't spit off the ship. However, in your
It's
brain, you
yeah.
should think logically. Why would you do that to someone else?
Yes.
Would you want that to happen to you?
Yes. And be aware of your surroundings. Think before you do. Have you heard that one? Think before
Yeah.
you do. Simple things I learned as a child.
Yeah,
Uh
and that's what leaves us, it says right in there, and that's what leaves us consistently disappointed is because for us there's morals and for us there's things that you shouldn't
right.
do and you should do.
Yes. Yes.
But you
I
can't
think
live your
people
life disappointed though either
right.
because not everybody's going to hold that same standard.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I personally have a very high standard. I know that. And when you have a high standard, you are disappointed a lot
Yeah.
because people aren't meeting that standard. So, adjusting on your end, your standards, and then giving grace on the other end is how you have to get through it because people will always disappoint, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean this chapter is hard because it pulls out our own weaknesses
Yes.
and at the same time builds this frustration for and the whole thing, the whole chapter is about not having frustration.
Mm-hmm.
in the fact that other people are not going to meet the standards that you uphold for your own daily
Right.
values. And
Right.
yet, literally, that's exactly what this whole chapter triggered me into feeling frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't
Mm-hmm.
it isn't it wild? So it
Understandable.
makes you think, and it makes
Yes.
you really dig deep, and you're like, okay, I have to let go of some things. I can't should people. I can't think that other people are going to have the same morals as me because it's not going to happen.
Right.
So it's really
Right.
eye-opening, and that's why, honestly, that's why I really love this book.
Right. What about number 13? People who change their personality based on who they're around. Have you ever seen that in real life where you know this person and then you get around them in a
You're like,
different environment
who
and you're
is
like,
this?
"What? Who are you?" So it says everyone fears rejection, but not everyone gets to truly experience the kind of acceptance that comes from being yourself unconditionally. I think that also comes with age because
Yeah,
when you're younger,
yeah.
you're trying to figure out who you are. And if you see something you like in another person, you might emulate that. And then as you get older, you kind of filter through the things that you've seen and done and
Hmm.
other people, and then you become who you really are.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love that. I love how you put that. I just know that I've met some people who are, you see them on church on Sunday,
Oh,
and
mm-hmm.
then you see them somewhere else, and you think, huh, this is a
Yes.
very different side of you.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, and no doubt all of us are going to act a little bit better on church on Sunday, right? We're a
Right.
little more reserved.
Mm-hmm.
We bring our best face there. We bring our best
Mm-hmm.
self. But
Mm-hmm.
there is a whole different ball game between uh, being,
A churchgoer and a bar attender.
that's exactly where I was going. A barfly. I was going for falling
Barfly.
off a stool on Saturday, and
Yeah.
living in church on Sunday is
Oh my gosh.
it's a world of difference. And I know
Yes.
some of those people, and I'm just like, whew, that's hard.
And
All
then
right.
that takes us back to the comparison thing and the judging thing. And oh my goodness, it's a
Yeah.
vicious
Okay.
cycle, you know?
Right? I know. I agree. I agree. So number 14, they stand up for themselves without being aggressive or defensive.
Oh,
That
and
that
that's a
can be hard
skill.
some that can be hard
Yes.
sometime. That is a learned skill
Mhm.
over time.
Yes.
And at 46, I think I'm still perfecting that skill because there are times that it is difficult to remain calm when someone else is literally poking the bear and pushing on
Yes.
all your insecurities and trying to push
Mm-hmm.
you out of your calmness
Mm-hmm.
and literally trying to stir the pot. It can be hard, even as an
Oh,
adult,
yes.
to sit there and
Yes.
take a deep breath and listen to all the rhetoric being thrown at you
Mm-hmm.
and not respond in a way.
Mm-hmm.
It can be hard to walk away. It can be hard to take a deep breath and just
Yes.
not fall into that.
Mm-hmm.
Calmly standing up for oneself is indicative of inner resolve and self-esteem. I
Wow.
love that. I love
I do
that.
too. I do
Yeah.
too. That's really good. Number 15. They do not assume that this is always the way their life will be. They are always conscious of the fact that their feelings are
Hmm.
temporary, whether they're good or bad. This makes them focus on the positive and let the negative go with more ease. And I wrote down here, I just always holding everything loosely because it can change in a moment. If you get a text, a phone call, um, your life can change in 1 second. So just hold on to
Yeah.
everything loosely. Don't assume that, well, here I'm sitting on a cruise. My life is not always going to be like this. I'm going to go back home and I'm going to get back into my routine.
Yeah.
And so I think it's very important just to hold things loosely because change is inevitable.
Feelings are
Mhm.
temporary, whether they're good or whether they're bad. So if you're
Right.
feeling like the world is caving in on you today, that can completely change tomorrow. Like, we can't get
Yes.
lost in the feelings. We got to feel the feelings. We got to let them go,
Hmm.
process them 100%. But you can't stay stuck in them because it
Right.
literally does not benefit. your physical, your mental health, or any of those things. Any
Right.
of those things at all. Oh,
Well,
girl, this was a chapter and a half in my brain.
this was good. Good reminders, and I see so many areas where I can continue to work on myself. And, being a lifelong learner, I always say I'm a lifelong learner. If you get to a
Hmm.
certain age and say, oh, I'm too old to change my ways now, well, then you've just shut down every opportunity that you could have to learn and grow and be an even better person.
Yeah.
So I adapted that thinking is that I'm going to learn for the rest of my life and
Hmm.
grow and, just try to be the best version of me that I can be.
I love that.
That's what we hope for everyone.
Mhm. I love that. Now, I don't want to take too much of your time because you are having a fabulous time in Alaska. How are you doing? Are
Yes.
you okay with the time change? Like, are you surviving?
It's been strange because it's 3 hours earlier here.
Hmm.
And then we have really long days. They're full of doing things. So I'm getting a lot less sleep than I'm used to, but we're active. We're seeing amazing things. So it's all just worth
Well,
it.
seasonal in Alaska, do they have night right now?
They only have like a 4 hour window of night.
So
So it's,
wild.
yes, I was up at 4 a.m. I posted, or was it 4 or 3? 3 a.m. I posted a picture. I looked out of the windows because every time I get up, if you look out, you see something else, mountains and just amazing trees and
Oh,
glaciers and
wow.
snow and all of that.
Hmm.
This train ride that we're going on today is going to be amazing. So I will be posting about that later.
Yay. I can't wait to
Yes, and
watch.
then the next
Yeah.
the next 2 days are sea days, but we're going to see two big glaciers, one Thursday and one Friday.
Oh,
And
from the
then
boat. So you're gonna
from the
go
boat,
by
yes.
them. Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay.
So we can sit out on our balcony and observe. We have binoculars. We're going to see if we can see any bears or moose, or we've seen a ton of eagles. We have
Oh,
not
wow.
seen any whales yet. We've seen orcas. Okay, small whales, Randy said. So it has
But you
been
want to see the big
incredible.
dogs. You want to see the big
Yes.
guys. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, if we
Jumping
can.
out of the water and doing all the things and yeah.
Right, right.
Oh, how exciting.
Wow. Well, I'm glad this worked out. I was worried about the signal. So hopefully I'm not a blurry mess.
You're good. You're good. All is well.
Okay.
All is well. You absolutely enjoy.
All
And then
right.
hopefully, I'm hoping that our team will have an interview Thursday night, that we'll be having Keith do a talk with us about neuropathy. He's supposed to be joining us on
Excellent.
Thursday night. We've been having some conflict in getting him.
Okay.
He's a busy man, but
He's a
hopefully we'll be
busy,
able to get
busy
him
guy.
tomorrow night and you'll be able to see that interview.
Okay.
And if you haven't checked it out, everybody listening, check out Sandy's interview from last night. She is just the sweetest. She's just a bubble of energy, and I'm just there for it. I absolutely love it. So enjoy,
Great. I can't
enjoy,
wait to watch it.
enjoy. Have a
Thank
great time.
you.
Can't
Have
wait
a
to see
great
you when you
week,
get home.
everyone. I'll see you
Thank
next
you.
week.